Some of us has been in the building, I'd say it, right at 1,000 degrees. You won't stay long. If you stay in there too long, your sweat from your body will turn into steam and blister you. But you go in and do what you can do, stay as long as you can and get out.
You can feel your skin burning every once in a while through your gear, but you just have to deal with it and go on, because you're there for the community.
Getting to go in and actually see what a fire is, seeing how the chemistry around the fire works, what makes a fire do what it does. Fire's a living, breathing thing. And then knowing that you have the power to take that fire out, to kill that monster per se. The ultimate adrenaline rush.
Well, I've always wanted to be a fireman since I've been in school. Started out about 16-year-old as a junior fireman. So I'd come to fires, you know, go back forward. When I got 18, got put on as a paid-on-call fireman. So it's something I've always wanted to do since I was a kid.
What really got me into it, right before my 18th birthday, my neighbor's house caught on fire. I went up and tried to help him put it out until the fire department got there. As soon as I turned 18, I joined the fire department. Been on it ever since.
The reason I decided to join was when I was 19 years old, my house burnt and I lost everything I had, and I just wanted to be able to repay what was done for me back to the community.
My father was a fireman from the time I was small, and I've always been intrigued by it and sort of wanted to follow in his footsteps.
Some people do drugs to get high. I want to go fight fires to get high. It's something that really thrills me.
I wanted to help people. I like excitement. And I figured I'd try out and see how it was, and I ended up loving it.
My dad's the chief, my grandpa was a firefighter, so I just grew up around it, and then when I turned 18, I just decided I wanted to join.
Go get it!
We train just about every week in some capacity.
All the officers are responsible for coming up with different types of scenarios. Anything that we could think might happen, we train on. Just as far as fire, rescue, wreck, anything.
Last Thursday night, we went out to Lakeland Community Hospital and done a second floor ladder rescue with Ladder 1. They got some people out on the ladder and went in as an entry team. It was pretty interesting.
Well, we'll go out to the training center, and we'll have live burns out there, controlled burns in our burn building.
They light a fire and you have to do a kind of a spaghetti drill where you follow the hose line in. And we went in and got bunkered down into a particular room. You're laying on the floor watching this stuff, and you see these little spikes coming out of fire. And it's just real exciting watching that stuff. It's like fire's got a mind of its own.
We've been taught a lot of different things. Confined space rescue, extrication out of wrecked vehicles, search and rescue techniques inside of smoke-filled houses. And we're having to deal a lot with meth labs, you know, what to look for and what to stay away from and things of that nature.
All fires are not the same. So during your school, you learn about different construction builds and different types of fires. And a lot of times you never run up on what you learned in school, but it'd be something similar and close to it.
The biggest fire we've had was May's warehouse. It lasted about 4 days.
We had, gosh, I don't know how many departments out there, but we spent 4 to 5 days and nights on it.
Paul's Auto Parts that burned in Bear Creek. That was probably one of the hottest fires I've ever had to deal with. The heat that I felt 10 foot inside the door, it was just so unbearable that you couldn't go any further.
One was actually, it was a barn. It wasn't really a house. They was fighting it and they didn't realize there was a propane tank half buried inside the barn. The pop-off valve went, we could hear it whistling. That's when everybody took off. We knew exactly what it was right when we heard it. A lot of firemen was running.
Most enjoyment for me is the camaraderie that you have with all the guys that you fight fires with. It becomes like your second family.
These guys, you counting on them to save your life, they're counting on you. They're like your brothers.
We got all walks of life, and it's fun every Thursday night, every scene. After the fire, everybody comes back here, and it's some of your best times.
Oh, I enjoy helping people. If everybody's alive at the end, it makes me happy.
You get a call to a house fire, and you're able to go out there, put that fire out, and save a majority of someone's belongings or the place that they call home. That means a lot to me.
I enjoy watching kids' faces. I remember when I was a kid, I'd always see these firefighters, and when I was probably 4 years old, the garage next door caught on fire to my house when I was probably 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was sitting there watching these guys put these fires out, and I was just awestruck.
If you have any desire whatsoever to be able to help someone, this is one of the most rewarding ways that you can do that.
You get to help people, you get to put out fire, you get to cut up cars, you get to do anything possible to help save a life.
Come up here and put in the application. You never know when we're gonna need people. And then we interview and hire people, and then we put them through school.
Majority of the people hear about your full-time fire departments. The United States is made up probably 90% of volunteer firefighters, and we need all the help we can from the younger generation to keep that going. It's a lot of work, but it is very well worth the time and effort that you have to put into it to help your community.